Alright, we're going to look at midpoint formula. Alright, to find the midpoint, well really the midpoint is the point between 2 points. So here's the formula. We got x1 plus x2 all divided by 2. It's like you're finding the average amongst the x coordinates of these points. Same thing, it's like you're finding the average of the y coordinate for the 2 points. So 1, 2, 1, 2. So labeling helps out. So find the midpoint between these 2 points. We'll make this one x1, y1, x2, y2. And we simply follow the formula. X1 is 3 plus x2, which is negative 2, all divided by 2. Y, so y1, 7 plus y2, which is 4, all divided by 2. Remember, positive and a negative make a negative, so 3 minus 2 is 1 over 2. 7 plus 4 is 11 over 2. This is okay, but if you wanted decimals, again, get your handy dandy calculator. So you can do the fraction key, 1 over 2, and we get 0.5. Okay, so 0.5 for the x, and then 11 over 2, let's get a calculator again. 11 over 2, and we get 5.5. That's it. All done. That's the midpoint. Do the same thing over here. Again, if you want, pause the video, try it out for yourself. So we get x1, y1, x2, y2. Again, using the formula, x1 plus x2, which is 6, all divided by 2. Negative 2 plus the 14. Oops. Ugh, let me try that again. Boop. Plus 14, all divided by 2. So 5 plus 6 is 11 over 2. We seen that just a second ago. 14 minus 2 is 12 over 2. But 2 can't go into 12 evenly 6 times. So final answer, 11.5 over 6. Or we can write that as a decimal. We already know what that decimal is. 5.5 over 6. Okay? Cool beans. All you're doing is following the formula. Okay, I'll do one of these. Again, find your points. For example, this one would be 5, 0. This one up here should be negative 1, 6. So put that right here, negative 1, 6, 5, 0. Remember our formula? x1, x2. Actually, you know what? I'll put it right there. All divided by 2. y1, y2. All divided by 2. So remember, this is x1, y1, x2, y2. So negative 1 plus 5 all over 2. For the y's, it's 6 plus 0 all over 2. So negative 1 plus 5 is going to be 4 over 2, which is 2, and this will be 6 over 2, which is 3. So your point is going to be 2, 3. That's your midpoint. Because remember, this is the x part, this is the y part. And look, if we were to graph this 2, 3, you can clearly see it's in the middle of these 2 points. Okay, another way to look at it, it's like 3 little diagonals here, 3 diagonals here. So yeah, indeed, that is the middle. Now sometimes they'll give you one of the endpoints and the midpoint. And you're expected to find the other endpoint. Okay, so you're going to have to work backwards. So, real quickly, we know our formula is x1, x2, all divided by 2 to get your x coordinate for your midpoint. Now I'll come way over here and do the y. Exactly the same way. Put the m there because that's our midpoint coordinate. So if you look, this would be our xm, ym. This would be our, we'll just say x1 and, whoops, y1. Make that look better. Boop. Okay, and just like algebra, like it's always been, plug in what you know, solve for what you don't. We do know x1. That's 7. We do not know x2, so leave it like that. We know what xm is because they told us the midpoint, so the x coordinate is 3. From here you solve. To get rid of the 2 in the denominator, you need to multiply by 2. Those cancel. 3 times 2 is 6. Again, we're solving for our x subscript 2. So subtract 7 from both sides. I know I'm running out of room down here. 6 minus 7 is -1. We'll put that on the back burner. Let's do the y's now. Solve for what, plug in what you do know. We know -3. We do not know y2. We do know ym is given, -6. Again, just like before, times 2 to both sides because we're solving. -6 times 2 is -12. We need to add 3. Y2 here is going to be -9. So our other endpoint is -1, -9, because we were working backwards. Okay. Go ahead and pause the video. Try number 6 out real quick. Alright. I'm going to erase some things so I can make room. So, kiss this goodbye. Boop. I put this in blue. So, xm, ym, x1, y1. So we do know the first x coordinate. We do not know the second. And we do know the midpoint is -1. I'll step the y's as well. We know the first one's 0. We don't know the second one. And we do know the midpoint, which is 2 for the y coordinate. So again, times 2 to both sides. 2 times -1 is -2. These cancel. 3 plus x2. Subtract 3 because you got to do the opposite. It's positive, so subtract it. You get x2 equals -5. Again, 2 and 2, so we got to multiply 2, multiply 2. These cancel. And look, the 0 practically just goes away. Okay, you'll see that in a second. 2 times 2 is 4. As we just discussed, the 0 doesn't need to be there. 0 is not going to change anything. So I make it go away. Now we have y2 equals 4. x2 equals -5. So our other endpoints, because that's what we're supposed to be looking for, just like the example to the left, our endpoint, the other one is -5, 4. Okay. All right. Again, trying to keep this video short as well. So that's it.